Hello, colors. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we discuss on some interesting updates. We begin with Joao Felix as the Barca prime target is willing to take 30% pay cut to enable transfer. We are going to discuss on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about Ansu Fati, as Barca legend backs Ansu Fati to return home, he said, if there is trust, he will come back. Who is that Barca legend? We are also going to be discussing more on that. So guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona have a jam-packed schedule in store on the summer transfer window's deadline day. Less than 24 hours remain before the market closes, but the Catalans still have plenty of unfinished business in both arrivals and departures. One of the most exciting stories of deadline day is the possible transfer of Joao Felix from Atletico Madrid to Barcelona. Joan Laporta is a big fan of the player and is willing to throw the kitchen sink to sign him. Yet, the deal will not be easy to pull off from a financial aspect. According to reports from David Bernabeu Riveta of Sport, Joao Felix is willing to lower his salary by up to 30% if needed to facilitate his move to Catalonia. He will do anything to secure his dream move. As revealed earlier today, Barcelona are said to have reached an agreement with Atletico Madrid over the transfer of their star player. This comes as big news, for the club's agreement with the player is complete. All that remains before Felix is officially announced as a Barca star is for the club to present Joan Laporta's personal guarantee to La Liga. The step would clear Barcelona on the FFP front, that is the financial fair play front, and provide enough leverage to complete pending transactions. The terms of the transfer are not yet clear. Atleti demanded an €8 million loan fee as the latest report, and it remains to be seen if the Catalans have agreed to shell out that amount. So the clock is ticking. Barca have less than 12 hours to seal the Portuguese forward transfer. Despite the optimism from the Barca offices, one knows that the precarious financial situation can create serious problems. Joao Felix is not training with Atletico Madrid for personal reasons, they say, and there is no doubt that both Atletico Madrid and FC Barcelona are in favor of that transfer. The coming hours, therefore, will be very, very crucial. Of course, it is a do or die today, in terms of the transfer business, especially for Barcelona, as the club seek to get things done right. The club seeks to ensure that the window ends in the best way possible. Joao Felix will look like the man who will be the most talked about today, as we expect. So I think with every passing minute, I'm getting with a lot of good and positive reports from this possible purchase of Joao Felix, as Barca continue to put more efforts to ensure that the deal is done before midnight. And of course, given the fact that this report claims the prime target, Felix, is willing to take up to 30% of salary cut to enable the transfer, therefore comes as a huge boost for any possibility for Barca to sign him up. So we have to first of all understand that just the fact that Atletico Madrid don't want the player again, and also the fact that Barca themselves want the player to leave there and come to the Camp Nou, is already something that it gives that sense of optimism that everything is going to end well. But we just have to keep fingers crossed. Of course, as I said, the window comes with a lot of twists and turns, especially during deadlines. We always get to see some shocking stories. But of course, there are some, however, that comes with so much certainty. For Joao Felix's operation, things are still on the way. The player is seriously waiting and also not even available for training. As of course, what they will say is for private reasons, he wasn't able to train with his teammates. Of course, we all know that it's all because of the transfer speculations that have been making all sorts of headlines on the newspapers today deadline. So let's see how the day will look like at the end. Then on to the final story of discussion. Barcelona drew FC Porto, FC Shakhtar Donetsk and Royal Antwerp FC in Group H of the UEFA Champions League draw yesterday. It comes as a big relief to Barca, considering the difficult pairings they drew in recent years. Ironically, it was one of Barca's own who was center stage at the Champions League draw last night, Eric Abidal. He was joined by former Chelsea star Joe Cole on the dais, to pick the groups of the 2023-24 edition of the legendary competition. Abidal spoke to the media recently about Barcelona and his time on the young talents at the club. He strongly backed Ansu Fati when asked about the Spanish international's departure, adding that the young star would return and make it big at home. He said, Ansu has talent. We need to trust him. Gerard Piqué left and came back, so they checked Fabregas. If there is trust, he will certainly come back, he said. He even gave his 2 cents on the club's latest breakout star, Lamine Yamal. He said, Lamine plays without pressure. Like Mbappe says, there is no need to talk about age. If he has talent, let him play. Not many thought Ansu would ever beat Adio to Barca anytime soon, let alone so early in his career. Yet his frustration at the manager is understandable, and a move out on loan is his best chance to see regular game time. Talks of Fati's departure escalated exponentially over the last 24 hours, with Tottenham, Sevilla, Brighton all joining the race. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.